Let's knit a balloon dog. Get your materials: yarn, needles, stuffing, about 250 grams or 120 meters of super bulky yarn, DP ends, US size 10 or 6 and about 50 to 100 grams of stuffing. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so you'll make 10 of these segments with little bits of I-cord between. Here's the tail, back legs, body, front legs, neck, ears, and head. And each one's constructed the same way. If the I-cord, increase a bunch, knit for a while, decrease, and then back to I-cord. Okay, we'll start by casting on 3 stitches. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then slide all the stitches to the other end. You can tuck the tail inside so you don't have to weave in the ends later. And then just knit 3 stitches. Okay, and then slide it back to the end again, and you can tuck the tail in again, and then knit 3 more stitches. And then you keep doing like this until you have 15 rows. So this is how it looks like when you finish your 15 rows of I-cord. For the next row, you'll start working in the round. Knit into front and back loops of each stitch. So you do this 3 times and you'll end up with 6 stitches. For the next row, knit all 6 stitches. Okay, for the next row, you're going to knit into the front and back loops of each stitch again. This time there's 6 stitches, so you do it 6 times and you'll end up with 12 stitches. So when you finish, you should have 12 stitches. You have 4 on each needle. Okay, next row, you will knit all the stitches. Okay, for the next row, we'll do some increases again. So this one, you will knit 1 and then knit into the front and back loops of the next stitch. Okay, and you'll do this a total of 6 times, and you'll have 18 stitches at the end. Okay, so I just finished, and now I have 18 stitches, 6 on each needle. I'm going to put a stitch marker on the first stitch to help me count the rows later. Now we'll just knit for 4 rows to make the tail. Okay, so I finished the 4 rows, so I can count it starting from the stitch marker. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now we'll start the decreases. So for this row, you will knit 1, and then knit 2 together, and then repeat those 2 stitches. You do it 6 times altogether, and at the end you should have 12 stitches. And for the next row, you just knit all 12 stitches. Okay, so at this point you can start stuffing it. Then for the next row, you will knit 2 together 6 times, and you'll end up with 6 stitches. Okay, So when you finish, you should have 6 stitches. You can stuff it a little bit more. For the next row, just knit all 6 stitches. Okay, so now you'll knit 2 together 3 times, and then you'll end up with 3 stitches. And then I like to transfer them all onto one needle so that it's easier to knit the I-cord for the next 3 rows. So I can just slip this stitch onto this needle, and I'll slip this one onto that needle too. And then we'll turn it around and you can knit 3 rows of I-cord. Okay, so you'll continue in a similar way to make all the other body parts. So each one you do your increase rows, knit, and then decrease, and then 3 rows of I-cord. Okay, so we finished our tail, and now we will repeat those steps to make the other parts. So you do increase, knit a bunch of rows, decrease, and 3 rows of I-cord. So the back legs you knit for 20 rows, body and front legs also knit for 20 rows. The neck you knit for 8 rows, the 2 ears you will do 16 rows, and the head you do 12 rows. At the very end the mouth is a little bit different, so come back when you get to that part. Okay, so I finished everything. I have my tail, my back legs, body, front legs, neck, ears, and the head. And now I'll do the mouth. So I just finished the knit 2 together 3 times, so I transferred everything back to one needle. So for the next row I will just knit as an I-cord. So knit those 3 stitches. Okay, and then for the next row I will knit into front and back loops of each stitch 3 times. So I will have 6 stitches at the end. Okay, so the next row we will knit 1 and then knit into front and back loops of the next stitch. And you do those 2 stitches 3 times, and you'll end up with 9 stitches. And now you bind off all 9 stitches. Okay, and cut the yarn and then pull the end through, and then weave the end in and tuck it inside to hide it. And now you're all done. So this is how you can twist or tie it to make it into a balloon dog shape. Hope you had fun with it.